YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in Total War Attila. Ready to get back in here and kick the trash out of these Egyptian rebels who are holed up in their city, but I'm trying to make sure I get some good siege escalation going, so I might wait. Let's see, I still got some ladders coming. I might wait, I don't know if I'll wait another 4 turns, but I'm going to wait a few more turns just to make sure their towers get jacked up pretty bad since I don't have any siege equipment. The economy is going a little bit better here for me. It's not great, but I mean, it's in decent shape. We've got these bums back here, these Sassanid rump state losers, and we're going to be dealing with them. Some of you have asked me why I've not been using forced march as much. I can do it, but your units come into the battle tired, and that's the lowest state that they can get to, and being tired has a huge impact on my troops. So yes, I can do it from time to time, but that's why I haven't done it so far. And I'm trying to remember here in Arabia Felix, it seemed like I was going to snag this extra bit of food. Yeah, I was going to try that. I don't know if it's going to work out alright in the end, but let's just let's go ahead and end this turn. Move along here. And we will definitely siege Alexandria. I don't want to wait too much longer because I need to be able to continue to put pressure on the Sassanids. Because the Sassanids are putting a lot of pressure on the East Romans. They've moved all the way up to Ankara, whatever it is. But then they push the Sassanids off. It's been kind of a little bit of back and forth, but definitely the Sassanids getting the better of that war. But I've caused them some problems in Egypt, and I'm about to be able to cause them some problems in the Middle East here too. So I don't know what that was. Those guys acted like they wanted to attack me and then stopped. Atropatene has an agent that's probably up here trying to jack with that army. Yep, there it is. Probably succeeded too because it leveled up. Let's see what the filthy Macron is up to. They're just going to fortify here because they know that if they attack Omana, they're going to lose.
We respect strength and...
No, I'm not interested, but I will trade with you as soon as I take Alexandria. Actually, their agent failed. This one succeeded, though. Oh, really? I don't have enough money to fully repair? Crap. This thing's always breaking. Let's see, does this army... This army doesn't look like it's suffered any negative effects. I'm just gonna chase these guys down and give them nowhere to run.
At your command.
If I attack here, I will get the reinforcing troops. So let's go ahead and do it. Yeah. How do they run away from me there? This doesn't even make sense. I don't think I get the reinforcing troops if I attack them there either. How do they run through my zone of influence? That's so irritating. Now I'll get reinforcements, and I don't think they can run. They've got mostly Persian levy, a couple Persian brigade, 1 mercenary Dalamite warrior, which is going to be their only decent unit. These guys are going to get absolutely wrecked. In fact, there's probably no reason to show that. I'd rather spend the time on the siege of Alexandria, so let's just take these guys out. My guy beheaded them with a mace, which I don't suppose is impossible, but it is an interesting concept.
At your command.
Okay, and then this army will just bring back the other way. These priests are still helping to counteract the rise of Semitic paganism. Judaism is on the rise, that's good. Had to use all of our money on stupid stuff there, unfortunately. I'm going to let the siege here at Alexandria go for just, I mean, at least one more turn here. I'd kind of like to let it go more. I mean, I really want to get Alexandria sieged real nice, like soften it up so that I can really hurt on the Romans. I'm a few turns from, let's see, what am I working on here? Baltha Defenders, that's right, so that's going to be a nice upgrade for my infantry. And I have the money to support it at this point too, which is nice. Got this general here. That'll lower the recruitment cost to a degree. Once I'm sure that my economy is sound and strong, I'll build up the 2 half stacks that I have into full stacks, and that should give us quite a bit more power to project. Putting any serious hurt on the Sassanids, though, is going to be difficult, though I think nuking those port settlements was probably one of the better decisions I've made. It's certainly taken a lot of pressure off Omana. Even the Africans just went and took roads. Those Sassanid rump states. We're going to have to get up, put a herd on Sassanids soon, because they are becoming more powerful than they should. Had a critical success.
How can I serve you?
My Lord, the dam is not broken, but it's not really fixed either. It's half or both. One thing I know for sure is it's going to need more work and more money than if we had just done it properly in the first place. The dam suffers medium damage. I don't know what that means. Hopefully it's not permanent damage of any sort. Oh, I just have to repair it here. Ha! For a scant 8,400. Scant. Which means that my food probably just went to shambles in this province. Yeah, it went down to 10, so I've almost got a food shortage there. So that's brilliant. If I hadn't built this building, we would have a food shortage. I'm going to have to save my money to repair the Marib Dam. Wow, that's ridiculous that if you don't have 5,000 talents, whenever that rolls around, they screw you over. Interesting.
Ready for orders.
I think Alexandria is probably sufficiently softened. I'm only 2 turns, though, from getting extra towers, and the extra towers wouldn't hurt. And also, I'm only 2 turns from upgrading the Balta Defenders, so I should probably do that. Income is getting better as we move along here, and like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and save my money.
Set up the watch.
I know I'm blowing through quite a few turn-ins here, but, you know, it doesn't matter. I mean, don't think it's going to hurt anything. Let's see what we get here. See if the Africans pushed on. They did not. Macron acting like they're going to attack, but then not attacking because they know better. Duty calls for the old men of the desert. Oh man, is that my faction leader who just died? Because if so, that's not very pleasing to me. Himyar elders. Marksman, zeal -1, second win 1. Yeah, dadgummit. We just lost our faction leader, and that sucks. Sucks big time. Because he had a cav unit that none of the rest of these guys have unless they get it just by virtue of becoming the next leader. This is the new heir here, Yazil. Man, some of these losers are really should be getting married. But they're old. But, we'll try. We'll see whether they get rejected. This guy's not so old. Even though he's already got an illegitimate child, we'll make him go look for a wife.
We fight for you, my lord.
Let's see, we should be able to repair the Marib Dam. It's a little cheaper to repair at this point too. Let's go ahead and do so. My money has gone down. And it's because of this right here. We're at -8 food now. So that's part of the reason why my money just went down right there, because now we're suffering a 25% penalty because the food changes slightly with the seasons. So that should explain the loss of income, but we will find out for sure momentarily as I blow through one last turn end here, and then we should be ready for our siege as well. Got a governor. Just give him extra food in the home province. Was that here? Yes, it was. So that should change the income back, but it won't do it probably until the next turn. With East Romans under an agent assault, That is one of the crappy things about fighting the Sassanids, is that the number of agents per faction is capped pretty substantially versus, like, say, Rome 2. But at the same time, because they have all their puppet states, they get all those extra agents working for them as well, so the Sassanids can still agent spam you. Wow, man, the East Romans are getting hammered. Oh, wow. Egypt is going to come out and attack me. They have 3 Cairo Ballista and 2 Onager, but I have a pretty nice infantry advantage, but they're attacking me before I'm able to upgrade to the Balta defenders, which is annoying. And this general does not have all the characteristics that my previous general had, which is unfortunate, because he had some good stuff. We'll need to go check out his retainers and just make sure that we get him built back up. I also need to do the research to get all my generals upgraded to a Desert Chieftain. It's just going to be a much better unit in general. That axe unit seems like it can be handy whenever you're defending, like a city center, but I'm not going to be doing that all the time. Again, I'm going to leave my guys in a fairly dense formation so that I can shield wall effectively. And their spears kind of need to be in a semi-dense formation too, just in case I have to brace. They do have expert charge defense, so bracing will work better if I actually maintain sufficient rank. So I'm going to refrain from the standard spaghetti line formation. Be ready to target enemy skirmishers. Let's go ahead. Yeah, with all their Cairo Ballista and Onager, we probably are going to want to engage them quickly. I don't know how much damage Cairo Ballista can cause in Attila. I'm going to go ahead and put my archers up front, though. See if we can draw the wrath of their Cairo Ballista on a less important unit. Okay, there's fire incoming from Onager. They are moving with Scout Equites and Cataphractari. They've got some Ballistari as well. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna actually switch to heavy shot with my archers. And I'm gonna go into shield wall and go ahead and move forward. I'm gonna attack these cavalry and use my spears to support. And let's focus fire 2-on-1 here. Oh, what the heck? Their guys just dadgum disappeared right in front of me. Let's back up behind our own boys here. We need to get these cavalry back in here into all this mess of. I'm gonna see if I can help take out those cavalry quickly. Actually, target the shock cavalry. I'm gonna bring my. Yeah, my axes are already trying to give way. They're upset about getting hit by a scout equite. Really? Really? Now my archers are gonna get cremated. And over here, the enemy has disengaged me and come back for seconds. I don't know how they managed to keep that many guys after engaging the armored camel warriors in the first place. And I can now take my bows and back off of that situation. My axes are doing fine where they didn't get charged by cavalry. They obviously don't like that. I need to get my armored camel warriors out of this fight with the enemy general. In fact, I'm going to send my spears to attack him, and I'm going to send this one to keep pushing off the Ballistari. These enemy scout equites haven't routed yet, which is pretty ridiculous, actually. I'm going to chase the other Ballistari here. And we can now get back here and put some pressure. I'm going to try and attack the Palatina guards. We need to get back into the fight here. My guys are about to get rear charged by a reformed Cataphractari, and that's actually potentially going to rout my men. Okay, the enemy general has finally bit. He's going to go out to my spears, so I'm going to rear charge. I should finally now be able to get the Ballistari. There's a cohort coming in. So I'm going to send units to attack it. And let's come out formation here. Sorry I have such a hard time getting you all close-ups in this, but I mean, the fight in Attila is so fast I can lose a ton of guys by not paying attention. See my armored camel warriors here, though, attacking the Palatina guards from behind. I'm going to have to pull out of there and move on to this next fight. Let's get the armored camel warriors moving. And there we go. The main blob is breaking up. I'm going to bring my armored camel warriors on over. This Palatina guard isn't gone just yet. Let's smash these guys. Smash these guys. We'll go over here and go for a cavalry view. Watch my slow armored camel warriors do a rear charge here. Their charge will probably get screwed up, though. We'll see. No, they're going to connect. Decent fashion. So we should be able to help rout whatever units left there. Let's send more spears out here to support. My armored camel warrior charges over here are going to knock these Limitani off. And the crossbows are going to be gone. So it wasn't a brilliant battle for me, but it was a success. Let's shoot these guys in the back so they don't come back. And the enemy general out there routs. The only units that's left is this Cairo Ballista. And I think we're going to be shooting these guys in the back, which is pretty sweet. Take that, jerks. Don't fight against the Himyar. Embrace the Himyar. Love the Himyar. There we go. Let's go ahead and end the battle. So I was going to siege Alexandria, by the way, but now I'm not. But at least if I take Alexandria, I'll have a place to build another infantry barracks, which I need badly, because anytime I lose an axe warrior over here, I can't retrain them, which has been frustrating, to say the least. But we're going to keep all of our axe warriors here. I'm going to take on warriors. Enemy killed in battle, noble birth. Yes, take her hand. It looks like only one of the guys succeeded in getting married, but hey, that's... Well, actually, no, they both did. Good for them. So that'll just be more influence points we should be able to earn as well. The Marib Dam is repaired. Our income is back up because of it. And we should be able to attack here. And we'll just auto-resolve this one. Like I said, if I lose infantry, at this point I'll be able to build the right facility to retrain them. Get these Roman wannabes out of the city. I'm actually going to loot and occupy here. And let's see, so we killed an enemy governor in battle. We killed Quintus Ulpius Saturnius, or Saturninus, yeah, whatever it is. And we killed Gnaeus Cornelius Veterus, or whatever it is. Yeah, anyway, and we destroyed Egypt. Hey, good, we got all kinds of stuff done, all in one quick blow. Let's see, we definitely want to tear down the Christian church there, because that's going to mess things up for us. We need to convert this, well, for now I'll convert it. Well, I think we have to repair it first, and then I can convert it. Let's tear that down as well. So we should be able to get built with what we need. I can now upgrade guys to Baltha Defenders, which gives me a nice boost to attack, boost to melee defense, little boost to health, small boost to morale. It's not going to be a massive change, but it does also give them like another ability, which is steady, I think. So nothing wrong with that. And it also gives them the discipline trait. So again, nothing wrong with this upgrade. That should be pretty handy. So now they're all Baltha Defenders. Definitely okay with that. And let's go ahead and upgrade these guys too. It's going to take some out of our treasury to pay the extra upkeep cost. A lot out of the treasury to pay the upkeep cost, actually. Yeah, good grief. These defenders, they don't work for free, apparently. But whatever, we've got them. So, don't know whether it's worth it in the end, but we've got them. Governor's Palace, what's out here? So where's the chieftain? That's okay, so Desert Chieftain's clear out here. It's going to require a considerable amount of money, so I'm better start saving. It's going to take at least 20,000 to get there. So I'm going to start the research process. And we're going to have to save money, though it should be easier now that we're in control of Alexandria, and we can potentially open up trade routes once we repair the jetty. And we might come over here and take the Sassanid town so that I can build the gold mine facility over here that would do me quite a bit more good money-wise. That one just requires more money to get up to the peak wealth there. Adds a lot of squalor, but I bet we can handle it. Looks like we can. And we could upgrade here and get even more sanitation as we need it too. 6, 11. Oh yeah, we're doing good. Fighting off squalor in that province. So yeah, we have a lot of money that we could earn. This is the general that we've newly appointed to this army. Chainmail shirt. Plus 10 growth to the local province. That's not a bad thing. Plus 10 when reinforcing. Let's go with the plus 10 growth to the local province. Plus 10 for range. Enemy morale minus 5 in the local region. Enemy morale minus 10 in the local region. We'll take that. Plus 2 personal influence. Plus 1 public order. Tax rate plus 5%. Civil public order. Public order with the plus 5 bonus from the presence of Judaism. Let's do that. And then we'll start off there giving them the extra public order trait. So, got an unassigned skill here too. This is a governor. Damage. Plus 3 for missile units. I don't know if that's going to do me a lot of good. Authority would probably help him as a governor, one would think. So I don't know, we'll give it a shot. Got new research started, we got buildings to repair. Income came up a little bit when we captured Alexandria. Hopefully it'll come up quite a bit more once I get the right buildings built and the buildings repaired. Hopefully it'll cover the cost of those Balta Defender upgrades, which were very expensive.
My lord offers you peace. Tomorrow, his preoccupation with this war may see him unleash further torments.
The Lakhmids must be weak, and they are not a client state of the Sassanids, which means that we could potentially try and take control of the whole of Arabia Magna. I don't know that it's a particularly great province to control, but I mean, I think we get lead if we control it, which, I don't know, I don't think that a peace treaty really does me much good here. I say we just attack them. I don't think they're going to be able to do much about it if we put them out of their misery. Sassanids are putting an absolute stomping down on the East Romans. They're going to take Constantinople if they keep pushing. Be interesting to see whether or not they could successfully siege it. But I mean, they got so many stacks, I don't see why not at this point. They're shock cavalry stacks. No sign of the Huns yet. You would think the Sassanids would be looking like a pretty juicy target for the Huns. Gortyna's under siege by Sassanid puppet states. Atropatene moving around. Macron's still up on my borders, but I mean, they're no threat at this point. I'm just going to ignore them.
We always remember with
No, I don't want a military alliance right now, actually. Okay, we've now got the jetty repaired, which is good news. We can tear down the East Roman religious building. This bath here is what we need because it's going to add sanitation. Well, this one adds sanitation to all regions too, so I'm about half tempted to just switch this one over to the one that does food. I think it would work, to be honest. Well, the extra sanitation might help me boost up the gold mine, so... But it does consume food. How much extra food do we have in this province? Let's take a look. Probably a lot, because this province is fertile. But that'll change over time, too. Right now, that we have an extra 229 food. And we can still upgrade a farm here, too. So, I'd say we're in good enough shape. Let's go ahead and build the... Oh, I'm going to start without building infantry barracks, because I'm not in a huge need for it right now. Might be able to build it here because I don't think I need a religious structure here. I could just build more pleasure tents and get a crap load of money that way by just basically having an empire of what appears to be prostitution. But I'll try to remain on the moral high ground here. I can't promise it, but Do hear little air over there making some noise. About half wonder if we should go up. Should I even worry about taking their town? I mean, is it worth it? Would it be worth it to control Arabia Magna? Possibly. We could nuke this Sassanid settlement on the way up just to kind of put an extra buffer there. Let's go give it a try. Actually, let's hit these guys, see if they'll act. No, they won't. Let's just ignore them. They're not going to come after my city. They know better. Okay. That means that this province is going to be solidly under influence of Judaism here. Especially once we get rid of the church. We can probably take this guy here, maybe start spreading Judaism in Arabia Magna, so that whenever we take control of it, it will be easier to control the population. Let's do that. There we go. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and tell him to come over here. It's going to hurt the public order here a little bit, but the public order should be cleaning up quite nicely in Egypt as we get these buildings taken care of. Let's see, money's good, which means it probably wouldn't hurt to go ahead and flesh out this army a little bit. I'm going to get the desert hurlers, honestly. I think they'd be more useful. Wow, the upkeep cost on these guys. So insane. Okay, let's go ahead and end the turn. Oh, I'm supposed to be saving money for that research. Never mind. Spend no money. Because I'm going to have quite a lot in order to get that research complete to get to the Desert Chieftain. And then it's going to cost me the extra upkeep to upgrade those guys to a Desert Chieftain. But that's okay. Definitely willing to risk that. Ephesus looks like it's about to fall. It did. So the Romans steadily losing all their holdings in Asia Minor. We are going to be up against a very large, very strong Sassanid Empire. But I do expect that we should be able to give them quite a bit of trouble. It's their rump states that I'm scared of. Part of me almost wants to just send an army to start attacking rump states and nuking their settlements. Or maybe liberating them. Seeing if I can use them as trade, subjecting them, whatever the case be. Yeah, Macron's going to try and double back around me, but I mean, there's nothing that they can do. Their army's pitiful, worthless, washed out, washed up, whatever you want to call it. They have a priest there who's going to spot my army incoming, but actually, I think if anything, we're going to head over here and nuke this Sassanid settlement and then head over to deal with the Lakhmids. Okay, I need to save my money, because in a few turns we need that 10,000 so that we can just bust right through here. Yeah, which we actually is that 5 turns of 10,000, or is it like 10,000 in total over 5 turns? Or no. Okay, yeah, it's 1 turn, so it's just calling out the total number of turns to get there. So it's yeah, 3 turns to finish this. 4th turn is that. 5th turn is that. So we have 1 turn at cost of 10,000. So I'm going to have to not build any buildings, just let things go. Going to get my priest over into Arabia Magna and start spreading some Judaism. Because the presence of it brings big public order boost for me, so it'll make it a lot easier to conquer that region. The Lakhmid agents no doubt screwing with my army at this point, which is unfortunate. Well, they were doing something. Agents definitely now screwing with my army. They had 2 agents screwing with my army. I do need some spies. I'm going to have to build the right stuff. I also need champions. So I might want to focus on finding a good place to build the buildings that would help me obtain those units. Let's see what we can get here. Kind of nice to have a little bit of money coming in and to not feel totally defenseless. Though, I mean, if the Sassanids and their rump states were attacking me in force, I would be in some pretty serious trouble right now. Duty calls the old men of the desert. Did that guy die too? Holy crap. We need to get a younger guy in here. This fearless warrior. Administrator, tax rate to go. Let's hire this guy. Okay, noble birth, infant mortality, term of office. Okay, okay, okay. Where's this guy at? Yeah, jeez. He had like 2... No, it's not our faction leader that died though. It's just the guy who was the general there. I don't even know which one he was. Is it this guy? Oh yeah, yeah. We adopted him or something. That was probably him. So not a big deal. Looks like we got 4 guys we can put in these postings. Master of Infantry. I mean, would it hurt to have 1 Master of Infantry, I guess? I don't think so. Public Orders probably going to be more helpful, maybe. I probably should have made sure that I got my governors in there. Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're just going to throw them in there. I don't guess I'm too terribly concerned about it. It looks like I did have... Hang on, what cost me so much? Oh, no, okay, my treasury's good. Because we got 2 more turns before that big chunk of money is going to be needed. So I'm going to let it keep building up, which means I can't build any more structures right now. Let's see, this army did get hit by a spy. Let's see. I'm going to ransack this Sassanid settlement. Okay. And I'm going to sack this joint,
You have further orders?
and then I'm going to raise it. So that'll put an end to another Sassanid asset. So that kind of puts a nice buffer here. Boom, boom, boom. All those settlements done, and we could come over here and raise the Macronese settlement, or whatever you call those guys. I don't really know what they are. But this guy has leveled up, which is certainly not going to be a bad thing. Extra replenishment, we'll take it. Drop to recruitment cost, I guess, could come in handy at some point. Again, I'm not going to spend any money, and we got a little bit of money from looting, which just helps us towards our research goal. And then this army, I'm probably going to use it eventually to settle this desolate settlement, Yathrib.
Ready for battle.
So it's looking good so far. Let's get this agent up on land. Discouraged, but increases public order in the local province whilst deployed. We're going to have to take control of the settlement for him to actually be able to increase the public order, but he should start automatically spreading Judaism in those lands. Public order is definitely not near as good now in Egypt once we made that, or moved that priest over. And Judaism is actually on the decline, which is unfortunate. Aryan Christian is on the rise a great deal. I'd have to kind of get in here and see why. Local traditions, giving a +4 impact. We've only got 3. Greco-Roman paganism is trying to rise up too, so the old gods trying to make their presence felt once again, which unfortunately means I'm going to have to make this into... I'm going to have to make this one into a Torah shrine. Which sucks, because I'm going to have to eat up some food with it too. But we do have a lot of food in this province, so hopefully we're in good shape. Okay, let us see. I like how Cortana automatically goes searching for something even though I didn't ask her to. She's quite good at that, actually.
At your service.
Let's see, preach intolerance at a foreign settlement. Let's do that. Alright. See what we can get here. Lakhmids are offering me money for a peace treaty, which definitely means they're feeling weak. Oh, they come attack me whenever I don't take it. Very nice. Let's see what they're up to here. I can probably get my army back down there to face them down. Relative ease. Or if they're sieging me, I can probably beat them on the siege, but if I bring my army up from my home settlement, I can probably do that faster and keep my army to keep pressure on the Lakhmid homelands. Looks like Atropatene may be trying to move into Egypt, and Macron finally crosses back over.
I respectfully request that we cooperate.
I respectfully request, shut up! Alright. Hostile agent activity.
Ready for orders.
Military investment. Noble birth. We're going to decree it. And I'm going to have to decree it again. Or no, we can do a political favor. And we'll do a political favor once again. Office secured. Good. Alright, so let's take these guys and come break off this Lakhmid attack. I might go ahead and use force march. It's a bit of a risk, but it'll get us there a turn quicker. Risk I'm willing to take at the moment. Income's good, so on this turn we're going to finish this one, and then the next turn we'll be more than ready to research these expensive techs.
Ready for battle.
Can I, if I fortified, is it? It actually does give me some replenishment, supposedly.
Stakes up.
Supposedly. We'll see what happens if I get any replenishment or not. I don't remember that 81, 84. Yeah, Atropatene's got an army out here doing some raiding, which is definitely going to hurt the public order. I can't take that kind of public order hit.
To battle.
I'm gonna hit this army of Macron. They've got some Sogdian warriors, a Dialamite. Not a bad infantry line there, but I think my axes ought to do well if I can force the Sassanids to attack me. The axes are good against pretty much anything other than Sassanid shock cav charges, which is unfortunately what I face a lot of. They've got some camels here, camel raiders or something like that, because they have the axe unit. They won't do well against my armored camel warriors, I don't believe. I mean, the axe is a decent unit against armor in general, but I don't think it's nearly as good a unit, if I remember right, though I may not remember right. Okay, got those guys. Let's get my spears out here. I like being able to spread out more, but against such a cavalry strong faction, it's a mistake. I can already get wrecked on the charge pretty easily. I'm gonna make my cavalry walk. Let's go take a look at some of the Sassanid units. They've got mercenary Persian hurlers and some Persian skirmishers on this flank. Those are Persian camel raiders, and their stats are not very good. Their morale is terrible, and their armor is not so hot. This Persian noble is going to be the best cav unit they can throw against me. Sogdian warriors, though, with very nice attack there, just not the best melee damage, though they do have a solid charge bonus too. So I want to make sure that my axes are in a defensive formation before taking on the Sogdians. Might be able to use my bows to some effect here. I'm going to pull up just outside the range of the enemy hurlers, and I'm going to pull these bow units over here, and I'm going to try and pick at the enemy hurlers a little. Go ahead and get my axes into a shield wall formation. I do expect the enemy is going to at some point try and charge my axes, so I'm going to pull some camel warriors into the center to protect against such a suicidal assault attempt, which, yep, look, they're already going for it over here. Yep, okay, intercept that unit, or don't charge the man units, run through, now charge. Didn't get the charge at all, but that's okay. I'm gonna open up on those hurlers. The hurlers shouldn't do any real damage to my armored camels. I'm gonna push up over here, not let them just sit there and throw javelins at me. Okay, they're gonna charge me here with Sogdian warriors. We'll see how my axes do. I'm gonna come in here and attack with my general, actually. My bows are only barely killing their, I'm gonna come into the back of these cavalry. I'm sure they are. And let's pull up with some more spears over here. And no, stay in the... You idiots. Look at their cavalry here pulling through into my general. What a fat load of crap. Apparently my general loses his formation if you try to attack, so he must be Roman and just not know it. Okay, we got a Persian noble inbound on us over here. I'm gonna actually get into the back of those Sogdian warriors. The AI wants to just stand here and fight. I'm okay with that. I'm actually gonna target that Sogdian warrior. My general's gonna get rear charged by a regrouped cav unit. It's probably gonna get far more kills than it needs to. I'm gonna waste javelins on my spears over here, that's fine. I'm not particularly concerned about that. My axes are actually holding up very nicely against the Sogdians. So I'm just gonna let that continue while I target some more of their Sogdian warriors over here. They have poor missile block chance and poor armor. So my archers are gonna light these guys up pretty well. AI is in a deep formation too, which is gonna ensure more of my shots hit their target. This spear routed in a rear attack versus the Sogdians. You know, if I really want to, and I do, I'm going to show you one way to get rid of Sogdian warriors pretty quick. Whoops. Yep, so that's one way that we can get rid of Sogdian warriors with a very heavy cavalry rear charge. And that's going to instantly melt the Sogdian warriors to a significant degree. And over here they're taking massive casualties to my bowmen. There we go. Just put an end to that nonsense. Okay, we've routed another Sogdian warrior. There's another one here. Let's target it. Got the hurlers over here. I'm going to push up, put a little pressure on them. And I'm going to actually move this infantry forward some. I don't know why they just did that. Let's move these guys up. Actually run from the Sogdians here. Run, run, run. I'm going to bring this cav unit through over here. I'm going to wait to give the charge until I pass through my unit, because otherwise I'd just charge my own unit down. The Sogdians are going to get crushed on this cavalry charge. But I do need to stop firing my bows into that mess. Let's target the enemy. Yeah, we just got a ton of kills on that camel warrior, so let's just get out of there. Enemy's going to charge my axes in the center. That's really not all that unexpected. Let's send some reinforcements up. And let's bring our own camel warriors up over here. Let's get our guys back in front again and go for another charge here. We can charge down those camel raiders. I'm going to attack the Armenian spears with my own spears. The Persian noble acts like he wants to come into combat over here. I would be perfectly happy to accept that. So my camel warriors destroyed the Sogdians on this flank. And let's just let's watch the enemy. Yeah, we've got all of this stuff in good shape. Shouldn't have anything to worry about. Let's watch the enemy get rear charged here with their Persian noble. The Persian noble is a cool looking unit. And it's not bad at crushing enemy infantry, but it's going to be terrible in a fight against these armored camel warriors. Just absolutely terrible. So the Persian nobles here are going to get crushed, and this should bring us a pretty substantial victory. My bowmen are firing at will, which is not a good thing and probably causing friendly damage. Ooh, they're going to come in with the Persian mounted bowmen in a rear charge. They'll probably do nothing for all intents and purposes against my Guys, let's just collapse in on this fight. Put more pressure. Got a camel warrior just sitting over here. Some of my camel warriors probably going to end up doing quite well. Persian noble is being overwhelmed. They're the guys with like the red kind of oval shields. And the enemy general's gone, so defeating Macron here in a fairly decisive manner. I don't think the Sassanids have any armies down here that I have seen. If they did have one right behind these guys, it would be pretty bad for me, but there we dealt a defeat to this Atropathenine army. I'm gonna go ahead and take on warriors. I'd like to get the experience, but I'd like to replenish quickly here too, just in case there's more hostiles nearby. So I'm gonna have to leave those guys there. I can't move them back. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. I feel like we got quite a bit done here, actually. Lost track of the time though, because the timer was covered up by a web page, so it looks like you got a bit of a long episode here. So perhaps you enjoyed that, perhaps you didn't, but I think we're making progress. We nuked that Sassanid settlement. These guys here, I don't know if I've ended the turn or not to see whether or not they actually replenish here. I mean, we probably ought to just ignore it and go for Hera up here. I'm guessing it's probably relatively undefended. It's lightly defended. Armenian slingers though. Persian cat. What's this dude here? Magus. Let's go ahead and siege it. Put some pressure on him. So yeah, if we knight attack, does not take anything away. Let's just encircle. They've got a lot of Armenian slingers. Mostly they've just got a ton of skirmish units, which is going to leave them pretty weak to this army. So I'm going to encircle them and force an engagement there. Hopefully they don't get any reinforcements from other folks. And this army here will fall on the next turn as well. Hope you all enjoyed this. HeirofCarthage signing off for now. Hope you enjoyed it.